Hey everyone, this is Dylan, and today I'll be doing a movie review for you guys. So the movie I'm reviewing today is Ernest Scared Stupid. Welcome to day 11 of the 31 days of Halloween. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos so far. Now, let's get into Ernest. So, this is the first and only Ernest movie that I know. I know that there are quite a few others. I believe there's like 9, but this is the only one that I've seen, and I used to watch it when I was younger, and I remember really liking it. I didn't know if I would still like it. Rewatching it for this review, and I have to say that I did. I still enjoyed this quite a bit. I think that it is a great, fun, little, family-friendly Halloween movie. So let's get into the synopsis. So this movie opens up a long time ago in Bryersville, Missouri, which I looked it up. It's not a real place, but I'm from Missouri, so I thought that was kind of fun. But it opens up in Bryersville, Missouri, and a little girl is being chased by something we don't know. And the townspeople end up finding this little girl, and they capture whatever is chasing her. They tie it up in burlap and chains, throw it in a hole, and bury a oak tree over top of it, and they say that the roots will be the cage of the prison of whatever this thing is. So we fast forward to the present day, which in this movie it's 1991, and we are following Ernest. Ernest is a sanitation engineer, so he's basically a trash person in this movie, and he is kind of like he makes these like inventions, these cleaning inventions. He's got like this mechanical thing that mops, but it doesn't really work. It reminded me a bit of Flick from Bug's Life. I think that kind of invention, it seems like a good idea, but it potentially doesn't do very well. He's tasked to go to the Hackmore house and pick up the trash there. And the Hackmore house has old lady Hackmore at it. And she is not really explained very well, but it seems like she's like a metal artist. So she uses, does metal sculptures and stuff, and the town thinks that it's trash. She's like, no, you're not gonna pick up this. Basically tells Ernest off. We then go to the town's kids. They're in class, and they're tasked with bringing a story about the history of Bryersville. One of the girls, Elizabeth, tells an urban legend about this troll, and basically what we saw at the beginning of this movie. She's made fun of, and later that day, her and Kenny and another boy in their class are like, we're gonna make a haunted house. So they make this really cute haunted house out of like plywood and stuff like that. It's not really that good, but the town bullies come and destroy it. So they tell Ernest, and Ernest is like, well, let's go out into the woods and we'll find you a place that you can hide from these town bullies. So they find an oak tree, decide that they're going to build a tree house there. What we don't know is that this is the tree that the troll was buried under, and once Ernest starts hammering into the tree, it awakens the troll, and the troll is now taking over the town, and the goal is to get enough souls in order to create his troll army. And that's where I'm going to leave the synopsis. So I think that this is a really great entry into the horror genre. I think that it's family friendly. There's not really a ton of scary things. I think that there are some like kind of iffy imagery. It might be a little creepy to some kids, but I think that if they're watching it with a parent, it will be fine. And it's genuinely like a good-hearted movie, so I think that it makes for a perfect Halloween watching if you've got some younger kids or younger siblings that might want to watch some stuff. Next, I want to talk about Jim Varney, who is the actor who plays Ernest. This is a very interesting story. I had no idea before this, but Ernest was a character created by an advertisement company, as like a spokesperson for the town that he lived in, which I think is Nashville, Tennessee, or somewhere around there. And Ernest would show up in local ads for local companies, and I thought that that was very interesting. That would be like something like Flo, Progressive's Flo, getting her own movie, which I wouldn't be opposed to that. But I think that it's so interesting that that's where Ernest started. And Jim Varney plays Ernest really well. He's got a kind of Robin Williams and Jim Carrey-esque comedy type and style. I think he does a lot of, he's very Jim Carrey with his mannerisms and definitely like the overacting type of comedy style. So I really did appreciate that, and I do think that it is quite funny. And speaking of Jim Varney, I also wanted to call out his performance in this because I think he does very well in this role, and I think that his performance is really good, as well as Eartha Kitt, who is playing Old Lady Hackmore. I think that she's really great in this role as well. And one of the clear standouts in this movie is the special effects, particularly on the trolls. I think that that is by and far the best thing that this movie has going for it. And it is something that you have to see to believe. I think also one of the very interesting things that I learned about in this movie is that two of the trolls were repurposed masks from the Killer Clowns from Outer Space movie. And so that is kind of interesting and a weird connection that this movie has with Killer Clowns from Outer Space. So before I get to my rating of this movie, I wanted to mention that I thought while I was watching this movie that it seemed a little bit like Hocus Pocus, which came out 2 years later. And I happened to be watching television today, and Hocus Pocus came on during one of the marathons. And I watched the beginning of it, and it was eerily similar to Ernest Scared Stupid. Like, we had our flashback sequence where we get introduced to what is going on. We have like a classroom sequence, and then we have like present day where things happen and they reawaken the spirits and they've got to now save the day. I think that is quite interesting, and I wonder if other people have noticed this similarity. And so now to finish off with my rating of this movie, I gave this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I did really enjoy this movie, and I would definitely recommend that you guys check it out. I think it's great for all ages, and I think that it's also a great entry-level movie to get somebody into the horror genre. So that is it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below if you've seen Ernest Scared Stupid and whether you liked it or not and why. Or if you have any other recommendations of other Ernest movies that I should check out. And remember, if you're not already subscribed and you'd like to be, please hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like if you liked it. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day. Bye.